The next topic is about Kundalini Yoga and Sikhism. This user had asked, is the practice of Kundalini Yoga against Sikhism? Didn't Guru Nanak talk against the yogis and the practice of yoga? Why do you practice yoga? And isn't this lifestyle that the Gurus left us enough?
Thank you. Good question. Well, let's establish right here at the beginning of this discussion that Kundalini Yoga is extremely dangerous. It's dangerous to anybody who is trapped in their own belief system. It's dangerous to anybody who doesn't want to wake up. It's dangerous to anybody who doesn't want to look in the mirror. And it's dangerous to anyone who doesn't want to increase their own awareness. Actually, Sikhs are the best yogis by nature. You know, people come to Gurudwara and they sit in Sukhasana. People come to the Amrits and Cha, they sit in Virasana. We use yogic postures all the time. We have yogic postures that we have become part of our consciousness. We have the ability to sit for a long time and focus and concentrate. I say, if you're looking at yoga as a technology, as a set of techniques that affect your consciousness, then I think Sikhs are yogis and don't even know that they're yogis mostly. You know, the word yog means union. And so Sri Guru Granth Sahib talks about yoga all the time and says that in the state of yoga, you merge with the Lord, Hara Hara. In the state of union, you experience, you know, all of these awareness about your body and the energy in your body. These have all been described. So, I mean, say yoga as a system, you want to judge it and say yoga is good, yoga is bad. I'm going to say children go through all of the 108 yoga postures in the womb of the mother before they're born. Does that make them bad because they're doing yoga? You have to understand how natural yoga is. Yoga is a natural system of the way the body works and training the body and being aware of the energy in the body and being able to experience the energy in the body. It's a very natural thing. So I don't know why all this controversy has arisen around it. Because yoga is a natural thing.
Well, I think, Guruka Singh, oftentimes people relate Kundalini Yoga or yoga in general as something that's a Hindu practice.
I say if yoga is a Hindu practice, then I think that the Hindus should practice a lot. You know, why not? Everybody should practice. Practice makes perfect. The question of didn't Guru Nanak speak out against yoga? Actually, you know, if you read Sidh Gosht, where Guru Nanak is talking to the yogis, he came to them and he said, "You ask me any question. Go ahead." And they started asking him questions. You know, who is your guru? And what path do you follow and all this? And you read Sidh Gosht and you see how the Guru answered all these questions from the yogis. But why did he go and talk to the yogis in the first place? You know, it's pretty easy to meditate when you cut yourself off from normal everyday life and you go and sit in a cave or sit on the bank of a stream and you withdraw from society. Because then you can create an environment where you have no distraction and you can perfect your ability to concentrate and to meditate and perfect your self-discipline. The hard thing to do is to do that and still live with your feet firmly on the earth and be part of society and be a person who works honestly and who has a family and who supports their family and who is able to give and support other people and share. You know, that's our lifestyle as Sikhs. So I think the hardest thing is to keep your awareness and your balance And your yoga, your sense of oneness, your sense of being one with God, in the midst of a lifestyle which is a balanced, healthy lifestyle, Grihasthashram, married life, you know. Going off in the mountains is easy. So Guru Nanak went and he said to these yogis, basically, look, if you have achieved all this and you have all these powers and you can meditate and you can achieve it, why not take all this and bring it back and share it with everyone? And their response was, no, no, no. You know, this is our place up in the mountains. This is what we do. We sit in the Himalayas and we meditate. So his message was simply that not yoga is bad, but that cutting yourself off from other people, being separate, not sharing what you've experienced with someone else so that you can teach them how to elevate themselves, that doesn't have any value in the long run. It's easy to go be an ascetic. It's hard to be a balanced person.
When I think of Kundalini Yoga, I often think it's just another tool. And there's many tools that one can practice. You know, Sikhs can practice many different types of things. While me and you might choose to practice Kundalini Yoga because we've experienced and we've seen the benefits of it, for somebody else, it could be something it could be practicing Tai Chi, or it could be martial arts. It could be some type of sport. I mean, obviously it might have, you know, different benefits for all these different tools, but when it comes down to it, that's how I really look at it is, do you choose to use this tool? If you don't, it's just something that you don't get those benefits.
I had this guy come up to me at a Kundalini Yoga course and he said, I've been doing Kundalini Yoga for 20 years and I can do all these kriyas perfectly and I'm still not enlightened. Why is that? Kundalini Yoga doesn't work. I've been doing it for 20 years and it doesn't work. And I said, what else have you been doing? He said, well, that doesn't matter. All that matters is that I'm doing Kundalini Yoga. The Guru's message was that that the yoga is not a be-all and an end-all and an answer to everything. You can be perfect yogi and never figure out the secret of life and the secret of existence. The Guru's message was, unless you experience the Nam inside of you, unless you have that experience of surrender and ecstasy and oneness, that you've missed the boat. Right? And you can miss the boat any way. You know, there's lots of ways to miss the boat.
I think that also you could relate that same thing to other Sikhs and their practice of.
Yeah, you can follow all the guidelines and rules and, you know, be perfect bana, perfect this, perfect that, and still miss the boat. Okay? The boat is sailing inside of you. If you don't connect to it, you miss the boat.
I think that's also one way of relating to it that some people relate. For me, practically, I'm a very down-to-earth person. I mean, I grew up, you know, with my parents' generation who were from the hippie generation, and I think a lot of them were very into the, you know, very spacey, kind of a different way of relating to things. So I kind of countered that with my being very rooted and grounded. And so when I practice yoga, it's a very practical thing. I sit at the computer all day. I'm not moving a whole lot. Every day I need to stretch my body, move it, keep it in motion. I need to breathe. And most of the time we're breathing very shallowly. We don't move. So these are just ways to tune our body. Give yourself a tune-up like you'd bring a car into the shop. This is just a tune-up way to take care of your body. And so that's just another way that for me personally, how I've experienced in a day-to-day kind of practice.
See, these are Uncle Gurumustuk's practical tips for self-maintenance. Very good.